Okay, we're back with the second part of individualism, the philosophy of resolve, independence, part two. Now, I was talking about earlier, and well, we read a insert from Dale Lease, who commented on uh, insert that she saw on my YouTube channel, and thank you, Dale Lease. I'm glad that I was able to help you, give you some encouragement. That encouragement is in the law of reciprocity. You attract what you give out. You reap what you sow. The harvest, the seed that you plant, is representation of the seed that the harvest that you're going to reap. And Charles Stanley said it so eloquently: you reap what you sow, and you reap more than you sow in abundance, and you reap it much later on than you sow it. And a lot of times you forget about it, but it's coming back. You sow a seed and you put it out there in the wind. It's coming back, buddy. You better believe it. So this is one thing too. I'm receiving when I give out, and I'm enjoying it. And I was telling you earlier, before the first part of independence session ended, the independence session ended, I was telling you about do not accept the label that people place on you. And because this is one example, because they told me, my mother and my father that he has a learning disability. He need to be put in a special class in high school away from my brothers and sisters, and I won't be able to learn with them. And let me tell you now, I didn't like it. I heard it. Sometimes that's the worst thing for a child to hear. Just hear an adult say that child. In other words, they were saying he's dumb. That's what they were saying. How dare them? They was telling me that I was dumb. Oh, he deserves to be in a little lip class. At the sound of the page, at the sound of the beep, turn the page. That's what kind of class he can't think correctly on his own. Put him in, set him aside. I heard that and I resisted it. My gut instinct said resist that. Don't receive it. It's the lie from the pit of hell. If you wear those labels that those people that don't love you put on you, and I ain't talking about a certain color. I'm talking about these any color that's telling you and trying to put something and give something you that's going to destroy you. Put a package in your hand, gonna send you straight to prison for your rest of your life, or put a gun in your hand. I'm talking about everything. I ain't just talking about somebody telling you in school that you need to be in a special class and you done. I'm saying it all. Trying to rob you of your individualism, trying to rob you of your creativity and the free expression of yourself, and trying to make you what they trying to. That's what they. If I listened to it, they would have made me what they wanted me to design for me. And then I had my best friend Ernie and Nathan. Then my best brother Charles we all in the same grade and class. I wanted to be with them. I ain't want to be in no class out away from them. Turn at the sound of the beat, turn the page. I wanted to grow up and experience what they was growing up and experience. And I would have been isolated from the farm and all that fun and everything that was going on if I had subscribed to the labels that they tried to put on me. And I'm gonna tell you what my mother did. I showed that I resisted it, and she got on board. The people that you surround yourself by is important, and who love you are important as well. My mom saw how I resisted that, and she stuck up for me. She went to that school and told me, you ain't going to, if my son, she did it in such an eloquent, polite, and professional way. I remember like it was yesterday. She said, no. She said, he's applying himself. It'd be a different story if he wanted to be in that class. But he don't want to be in there. And we're not going to put him in there. He wants to be in the class with his brother. His brother, he want to learn. He's applying himself. He's studying at home. He's reading books. He's learning stuff. Don't you tell me my son can't. I know. Look, hey, you got to just be proud of mothers like that who will stand up for their child and won't let the devil, and I'm just going to call it what I think it is. The devil just represent anything that goes against your individualism and promotion and bettering on yourself, elevating the quality of your life, and getting you from substandard to a higher standard. Anything that trying to lower your standard as an individual, that's what I call Diablo. You call it what you want to call it. Hey, I call it Diablo. That's exactly what it ain't nothing but him, who it or that or whatever that you want to label it as. Hey, it's just the truth. That's what it was. And it was just trying to get me to accept what them people were saying to me. And I'm telling you, Reverend Adolphus Holmes, he said, no, sir. He used to tell me everything, you read and you do it. I mean, and there's certain people that, so I went to that step and I did well. I graduated real good in high school. I got my high school diploma. Here it is. It's almost 30 years old. Kids scribbled on it. I graduated when they said I couldn't. I did it. Huh? Thank God for that. Look, and let me tell you, I went on and went more. Not only did I defy them saying that I was not capable of doing it, I went on and got my associate's degree. They were, you got to make folks hide a lie. You got, a lot of times you can tell somebody they lying. You got to demonstrate that they lying. You don't accept what that crazy mess did. And look, and I'm gonna tell you, I graduated with my associate's degree, and you can see that honors sticker on there. And I graduated with high honors, magna cum laude. Somebody that was supposed to be incapable of learning graduated with an associate's degree in class at that school, going to classes like everybody else, taking them all classes, and with high honors. But them jokers back there was, they come on, man. Don't do it to yourself. Don't allow nobody to tell, okay, say, all right then, when I found, one thing about when you accomplish one thing, it just start adding up. You start getting confidence. When you accomplish one thing as an individual, you get confidence. I can do some more. I said, I can do some more. Went there and did that. I can do some more. High honors. After I did that, so I said, I've been grew up in a Christian home and foundation. That's beautiful. You don't, just because somebody tell you, a man standing up in a robe telling you this is the way, you better believe it. You ain't got to believe it like that. You better research for yourself and find, because a lot of people has got their own agendas. They flying these planes and stuff. They got their own agendas, trying to make you. And I'm at the enemy. It's so pitiful that people lose their individuality and lose their own personal. They give up their own personal philosophy on life and exchange it for what somebody else said. You can read. One thing I learned about learning how to read and comprehend this stuff myself. I ain't got to listen to you. What you tell me is I got to think like this. It's 7 billion people in the world. They got to be 7 billion different ideas on one particular subject, and they all are worth something. And don't act like, I'm gonna tell you what happens is this cultural that it's just robotic and everybody act the same. Well, you got to do this and you got to believe like we believe it, or we gonna blackball you and ostracize you. And then that's what we're trying to get away from. That inhibits free expression of the self and inhibits creativity and you just being free agents of life. And so I went on and got a bachelor's in theology. I got that bachelor's theology and I graduated with a 4.0 in that. That was easy because I had been reading and studying. But I was so glad I did because I found out a lot of stuff that they had told me was just a bunch of lies. A bunch of lies. The religious dogma and doctrine of denominationalism. And then you can realize you ain't got the you don't have to let it allow you to be bitter when you find something that somebody told you was a lie. You don't let it make you bitter. No, I'm not saying that. You let it make you better. make you a sharper thinker. And then you can elevate and go to the next level in life as an individual and say you can do it and make it something out of yourself. Because I'm gonna tell you, what a lot of times people are trying to get something out of you. They're trying to get everybody to think and do what they say do and control them mentally. Control them mentally. I can pluck your pockets clean. I can take you for what you got if you do what I say do and not think for yourself. And Lord have mercy. I'm just what I'm saying. That's it's the truth, man. You know, if I can control you, then I can make you give me what you earn. Yeah. Okay, then the next thing I did after I got that bachelor's, I went on and got a bachelor's and graduated again. Magna cum laude from Columbia Southern University with a bachelor's in occupational safety and health. Yes, I did. And I'm now in grad school, over 50% complete with my graduate studies. So on that, I said that now after I graduated bachelor's, it took me about 5 months to get a job in my field. And I was safety coordinator for a Directional Services Incorporated. It took me 5 months, and they gave me the job based on that degree. Now, after that accomplishment, somebody that was a dummy, couldn't learn, couldn't even conjugate a verb. I didn't even know the difference. The D and the B, that thing screwed me. I thought there was two. There was the left and the right hand. I thought the letter B, the small letter B, and the small letter D was actually a picture of. How often do we know and we think the wrong things and don't know it? It's funny now. So, but I'm saying, and then I was, because of my academic achievement and my leadership abilities in landing a job, and then also helping others and whatnot, what I was doing a chaplain for recovery programs, and I was sponsoring all of that, and they caught whiff of it. And they inducted me, they nominated me into the Sigma Alpha Phi Department of Leadership and Success, and they later on inducted me into the National Society of Leadership and Success, and I am honored to be a member and a part of that. So look, and I did all that not to toot my own horn, and I'm proud. I'm glad to have done so, because it's just amazing. You look back and say, "Hey, you cannot put these labels on me, and I'm going to accept them. I'm going to fight you tooth and nail and prove you out to be a liar. You don't let them do it. You out to prove and be a liar." I got a sister now, good friend of mine, Janice, is in school. And she's getting her sight back. But I'm telling you, she was partially blind. I tell you, she's got more tenacity and more will and power. She's full of power and Holy Ghost magnitude. She just goes all, the eyes is going to get clear, and she's going to see and clearly she's blind in one eye. But she saw gray the other day. She's been seeing completely black. She's seen gray, but she in school. Blind and in school, got to have a big magnifying glass to see, but she is determined, and she doing it. You know, she ain't making no excuses. You shouldn't be making none, and you got both of your eyes and can see as an individual. Come on, you can, and stop letting people tell you can't. What happens is sometimes the people put water on your fire. Don't let them put water on your fire. You fight back inside. You say, "I can. I refuse to give up. I refuse to let go, and I'm going to make something, and I'm going to accomplish something." That's what I did, and I'm continuing to do it, and I got to do it. Because the fight ain't over just because you accomplish one thing. Day in and day out, you got to wake up sometime to it. Some people just got to wake up to negativity every day. as individuals. And it's hard for them to grasp the sense of independence and individuality when they're always surrounded by something negative. But you become independent at the level of how you receive and how you give. The more you give, the more you and the more you receive, the more independent you become. The more you receive knowledge, the more you give out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The more you open up your eyes and see the truth of how things are, the more you become enlightened, the more you begin to be independent, and the more you cut yourself off and tourniquet yourself off from the oppressor. The oppressor wants to keep you bound and on drugs and alcohol. The oppressor wants to keep you locked up. The oppressor wants to keep you separated from and isolated from knowledge and wisdom, and keep you from going to school and going to vocation, learning a trade, getting around people that's talking positive. That's what I'm telling you. What the drug got to do. Them jokers, they're trying to get these young boys to be gangsters and all that, and out there on the street. They got to isolate them, get away from that boy over there. They're talking about going to school and going to professional ball and playing basketball and learning skills and doing stuff. Isolate. Don't go over there and mess with them. Leave them boys. They punks. They ain't nothing. That's what they words they use. They say that kind of stuff so they can get them young boys isolated. That's what the oppressor do. Anything that's doing that, trying to isolate you for something positive in yourself, get you stand up for yourself. Get rid of that thing in your life. Now I'm talking about that relationship too, that's trying to tell you that you can't do it and trying to isolate you around from people that's going to school and doing it. And I'm gonna tell you, females, and some men will do that to females that's trying to do something. And the female be trying to elevate herself and she's trying to be a strong woman, and he is talking about you what she can't do and everything, putting her down. And vice versa with the man. It can happen to a man too. A woman can do it to a man too. I'm not just picking on that, but I'm just saying I've seen it with females. And then she trying and he putting her down. No, you break free from that. You get away from that nonsense and you become an individual. You express yourself clearly and freely, and you enjoy life to the fullest. I love it today. Don't you? And that's what it's all about. Hey, that ends session 2. We'll come back for session 3 in a little bit.